Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. You notice I hit level 40. Excuse me. And, I also went off and spent about 20 minutes completing the rank 2 hunting log, excuse me, for, Order of the Twin Adder. I didn't go and rank up or anything. I want to show that on screen, because I want to show off, being able to do expert delivery. And, now, let's talk to Noscea and see what all this ingredient gathering finally gets us. The pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese, veined with blue-green mold, is most comparable to the warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it is a delicacy, but then again, they have their masks to filter out the aroma. By the gods, that unholy stench, this is definitely goblin cheese. It should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. It reminds me of this real-world cheese that's like illegal now in Italy. They make it by like... They make the cheese and then they just let it sit outside and get maggots in it. And then like the maggots make it ridiculously soft and squishy and change the taste and like the acidity and shit. And well, honestly, you know, it's really quite disgusting. Quite the vocabulary you've got there, Noscea. Shamani Lamani, huh? Natural Venter, huh? Every time I read the word Venter, I think to Venter. To Venter Imperium. God damn it, Dragon Age. Oh, it's a potato. Sweet sweat, grime, and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? Got a keen nose, huh? Odor of goblin cheese. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways, but you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. I'll take the Heaven's Eye, just because it sounds cooler. Vega's assistance, you son of a bitch. What is this? Oh. We'll get around to doing that at some point. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Venter bids you speak with me. Ah! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine and sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Damn. What an asshole. Really? In those words? There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vignerons? Let's go to dictionary, shall we? Vigneron? Vigneron. Oh, it's French. Winemaker. Okay, you could have just said winemaker. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. It's getting amped up. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. Damn, man. That's, sounds like some good fucking wine. Jung Bar. A few years too late. Okay. Seems legit. Durum Falurum. But don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamned house. Well. Seems like Eorzea is kind of a chaotic place to live. Don't just gotta worry about tornadoes and shit. Just gotta worry about primals blowing up your house. I guess he was referencing Bahamut though. Oh, he lost his sight to Titan. Dressed, huh? Okay. Is that not the Ishgardian top or whatever? Craftsman singlet? Ninja cat. Not gonna lie, I'm glad there's space for the ears on the mask or whatever, but they look dumb. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got face with scars like that, you best well leave enough alone, I say. If you mind to find him, though, head southwest to the severed string. Okay. Ah, there's that wonderful Noscean music again. 2.0 had some really good music. It's just, on initial launch, you know, none of it lasts more than like a minute. The severed string. I go. He's missing an eye. He's got a cut scar, 3 scars on his face. Steel scale mail. Hey, that would finally be an actual. That would be a full-on upgrade to whatever I'm wearing, right? More defense. Oh, but then we got a gold piece. That gold piece is worth money. Make the midges go away. Well, in real life, that would take some sort of chemical spraying because midges are incredibly small. And that would also entail going to the beach and, like, because midges live in sand along the coast in real life. They're basically like a more annoying coastal form of mosquitoes. They drink blood. They all drink blood, like both sexes, as far as I remember anyway. It's been a while since I looked up midges, and I'm sure it's more than the buzzing that annoys them, because their bites itch too. There's way more of them. Midges are disgusting. Like most bloodsuckers, so. I miss heavy thrust still. That is a big ass goobo. Holy fick. That's some sort of rusted flying craft, maybe? Nah, yeah, it's a rusted Imperial ship from 1.0. They had some really weird design choices in 1.0 for the Imperial stuff. Also, in my opinion, they should have made midges hostile. Because they drink blood. They will eagerly drink human blood. So. Money, money, money. Money. Why doesn't he go get more than subsistence work than if he just wants to go home? Why does he gotta live out in this hut? I remember these quests. For some reason, a lot of people remember them. They remember this guy in the shack, and they remember being annoyed by these quests. Because I almost always see this set of quests cited as something that could be directly trimmed out. And I guess I would agree, but I don't know. I don't see what the real issue is. Right? Like, there is a point. Like, they're introducing this character, and he's gonna do something for us. So, you know, like, why not? Yeah, it's just like part of the world. Why do you want less content in your game, you know? What are you, a Garlean? Not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. Okay, so you were a conscript. What are you, Doman? That's not the kind of wine that we want, though, guy. We're after Bacchus. Aw, man, they don't let me swim in the edge of the waterfall. There's several places like this in North Georgia you can go where there's a waterfall or small waterfall or a large rapid, and it makes a little, like, you know, gully, I guess, like this that you can swim in. And I always liked doing that with my friends during college. And I think you could well, I don't know if you could at Cloudland Canyon or not, but there's places like that at Cloudland Canyon as well. I don't think any of the park officials would stop you from getting in. They might, but they sure as heck didn't stop anyone while we were there back in the fall, me and my girlfriend. I mean, people weren't full on swimming, but they were taking off a lot of their clothes and wading out waist deep beneath the waterfalls. It was honestly too cold for me to attempt that. We didn't bring any towels, so we didn't bother. Someone must be doing the levee. Oh wait, no, maybe it's that fate? Yeah, it's that fate. I'll take off my headset for a second. I wasn't thinking and I shoved a piece of jerky in my mouth. Sorry about that. Beef jerky's really hard for me to resist. Check out the description on this palm wine, though. Sap of a palm tree fermented inside an island coconut shell. Far more potent than wine made from grapes, palm wine, if brewed for too long, can cause loss of eyesight or even death. Being alone with your thoughts for far too long definitely does make you go crazy. Let's see. Listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Dresden's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. The best thing I can think to describe this quest line here is they're just trying to make sure that you're getting enough EXP so that you'll be the right level when it comes time to fight Titan. I don't remember what level his duty is. It's either 34 or 35. But they wanna give you a little edge, you know. And of course nowadays it basically doesn't matter. We're getting EXP hand over fist because of boss EXP in dungeons, and also because I think they raised the EXP in dungeon monsters slightly as well. And then obviously you know, we've got the Alamegan earrings. We had the brand new ring. You know, it's just... It goes fast. It goes faster than you would think. Slower than some would like, though, I'm sure. Toad, I am trying to quest here. Thanks. Also, that's a strong-ass tongue. Strong enough to pull a full-grown Highlander and his chocobo, and all the shit they're wearing. I just chose it because it was pretty. Near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one of the beasts? Okay. Gubu near the Juggernaut. I guess that's what the rusted thing is. Honestly, it reminds me of a aerial unit thing from Drakengard 1, where like the aerial things you shoot out of the sky whenever you're riding your dragon. Because that's the thing that happens in Drakengard 1. There's aerial missions with a dragon, and you fight these weird looking like tower things that fly, and you just blow them up with fireballs. Shezbu? Okay, we're just gonna teleport back to Wineport. As much as I love the music in this zone, and the fact that we've gotten to hear it so much, it's about time that we got this wine and we got to go kill Titan. So, you know. Bacchus wine is totally a reference to, I think, Final Fantasy II and beyond. Well, we did it, you jackass. On the back of a Gubo. In original Final Fantasy, it used to give you either attack up or berserk status when you drank a Bacchus wine. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. I would have read his kinder words in the crazy voice I gave him before, but honestly I forgot that I did that, even though it was just like 20 minutes ago. Alright, so we got some goblin cheese, giant dried smoked sandworm meat, Adamantoise egg, and Bacchus wine. Sounds like a fantasy feast. Seven hells, a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Clyde. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. I wonder what Y'shtola has to say. Your final ignominy. They were obsessed with that word in 2.0. Our guests of honor are already here in Costa del Sol, and so Master Ruju has demanded that we finish preparations immediately. The guest... Oh, I'm told one is a beautiful Makote scholar. Personally, I'm more curious about her companion, some famous adventurer with an endless list of accomplishments. But you can judge for yourself soon enough. Anyway, go and lend Dearest Waits a hand. The poor man is liable to collapse from the stress. Oh, he's talking about me and Y'shtola, isn't he? Exotic feast. I can't tell which one's the worm meat and which one's the... I guess that would be the egg, right? That would be the egg, like made into an omelet? Or like a quiche or something? Now that both of our guests are present, the feast can begin. Where are they, ask? Why don't you ask your associate? I'm sure she'll be happy to explain. Clyde, you dumbass! That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honor. And this, while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. That shark is hilarious. Lady Y'shtola, Sir Wyvernhide. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would have never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, he must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Clyde has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, fair is fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We five were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath. Any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would be judged. These would be God-slayers by their own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Clyde with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventures these days care only for fortune and glory. Clyde, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight by his side. Shook! Wily uplander is talented plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. You 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Clyde Wyvernhide, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Yeah. Okay. Summon the dancers, pour the wine! Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Clyde Wyvernhide, Titan's Bane! But I haven't even killed him yet. Just give me the sex eyes. But her dialogue didn't change. What a jip. Bronze-skinned beauty, huh? Her skin doesn't look that bronzed. Also not really that interested in cat girls, so. Them's the breaks. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. So that was some good food, I guess. They're making a way bigger deal of this than they should. Shook. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Clyde, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regards. I misspelled his name in the tags of one of the videos. I'll have to go back and fix that. Yeah, whatever, cat dude. Titan will struggle to break you. Excuse me. Yeah, all this celebration, all this calling me Titan's Bane and shit. Okay, yeah, these feet, yeah, they're an upgrade. But then again, 3,000 money. Let's take the 3,000 money. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper La Noscea. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that his knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at these 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay. So I guess I'll just warp up to Wineport and then ride up into Upper La Noscea, and we'll mosey along here. See, I've been recording for, what, 33 minutes this episode? Won't get the Titan in this episode, unfortunately, but maybe maybe I can get to the unlock. Let's go, lesbians. Let's go. What the heck? Okay. Riki Faye. We're on the eastern side of Upper Noscea now. See, over here was when we found Tetarune and whatnot back in the, what was it, the mid-20s? That was on before the busy work before 1,000 Mile Toto Rock or whatever. Camp Bronze Lake is one of my favorite areas as well. It's basically a hot spring, and the Maelstrom uses it as like a place for convalescing soldiers to heal up and get back into the fight. That whistle sound effect is the same whistle that Shadow makes when he jumps down on Kefka in Final Fantasy VI and pushes the statues into him in an attempt to kill Kefka with the chain reaction. If you ask me, it should have worked, but it didn't. You would also think that Kefka would have had more of a straight up hatred for Shadow after he did that, but all the other characters take more of a center stage. Real, huh? Man, a lot of these companies of heroes guys lost an eye. Lord of Craft. Undivided attention. Okay, okay. Very well, very well. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this Beastman Aetherite, see. Yeah, what's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there are no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Clyde. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlian lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to wait your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I had long pondered. Ha! Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds were always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? The funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ugamoro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Aethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were an Aetherite shard in the depths of Ogamoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream. Ah, well that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, you see. Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Oh, he just called you out, bitch. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of the known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be... yes, but in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible in theory, at least. That cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Ah, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's run and take a closer look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. I think I've been recording for 40 minutes now. That might be 50 minutes. But we should be able to get up there. Did we attend to the Aetherite? Okay, we did. Good. Yeah, one neat thing you can do is you can walk around to the baths and you can see people, you know, bathing. Some of them you can talk to, some of you can't. Some of them get speech bubbles. Some of them don't. I could have sworn she had something to say. Oystig, huh? That smarts. The 12 spit in me eye. If I lie, that smarts like Ifrit himself skewered me with a stick of how do you do. I'd like to get me hands on that Garlean what mistook me for his pincushion. So this guy got stabbed. And here's Habowaka. That boom of the Magitech armor. Can't stop hearing it. See how my hand shakes though? Used to be that I'd pinch myself on the face. For sure and certain. At least I'm clear of that. So she's got PTSD from Magitech armor almost blowing her up. Ah, I feel a sneeze, but it won't just come. Ugh. Ugh. Zelma's run. Kobolds aggro by sight, so if you can just walk behind them, you don't gotta bother with them. So this is the Aetherite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalymo speculated. In its present state, the Aetherite signature will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Clyde. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. The naval is now accessible, so we can go fight Titan. But, don't really have enough time to queue for that, so... In the meantime, let's not deal with this guy. Actually, let's go ahead and go up and get the last Aetherite that we need to get in Vilbrand, in Outer La Noscea. I actually ducked into Outer Noscea earlier to finish the GRIDANIA and hunting log rank 2. So, no map completion notice, but I didn't get the Aetherite. I just basically zoomed straight in and killed the kobolds I needed to kill. And, that was that. Now, if possible, I'd like to get rank up or 2 with Order of the Twin Adder, and then I would like to see if I can't get a better weapon for Clyde, because this steel spear, it's been a good spear, but you know, it's starting to age. It really needs to be replaced. I could stand for some other upgrades too if they're not too expensive, but... Oh, I already got... I don't remember getting Camp Overlook. When did I do that? Huh. Well, whatever. Camp Overlook, it's at the highest elevation. That's the floating city of Nim. Out there. Some ruins. Got some airship barges. That's how they get supplied out here from Limsa. Anywho, let's go on back to GRIDANIA and get our rank. We should be able to. I guess my favorite Scions, well, I like pretty much all of them. I don't really care for Papalymo, though, I guess. It's not that he's, like, bad character or anything, I don't like midgets that much. I kind of don't like Tataru either, but there's some comedic stuff that happens with her later on that I find sort of makes her worthwhile. But, no, that's just my opinion. Let's see, Sergeant Second Class, I need 6,000 seals. Shazam! Sergeant Second Class. Expert delivery missions unlocked. On the side of the elementals, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Serpent Sergeant Second Class. And am pleased to inform you that, as of this moment, you are eligible to undertake expert delivery missions. Go forth and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. Look at my dude, all happy and shit. Okay, so undertake supply and provisioning mission. Just go over to expert delivery, and you can give them any ethereal gear that you don't need. And we have plenty of that, don't we? Basically every ethereal pearl. We don't need the Boriskin Subligar either. We don't need the heavy steel. We don't need that. We'll keep the Toadskin Braze in case I want to glam them. We don't need that. 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 We don't need those. We don't need that. We don't even need that. We don't need that. Might keep those for Lamb. Don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need those. And we don't need those. So now we've got 9,000 seals. Can we just go ahead and straight up get another... Can we get Sergeant First Class? Yes, we can! Let's see, what can we get though? Ooh, we could get a Gridanian fork if we had 800 more seals. We could also put it off till Gridanian harpoon, which is in a couple of levels. But honestly, we need a weapon upgrade now, so maybe I shouldn't have gotten that rank. How much could we get from those things that I Now we'd only get 280. Let's see, did I get any allowances back? To 6 allowances. So I guess we could go do Grand Company Levs up in COERTHAS, maybe? If not COERTHAS, then the ones by Camp Tranquil will do. I think as far as Grand Company ranks go, we've got, since we're Sergeant First Class now, we've got, I think, Chief Sergeant, and then I think Second Lieutenant, and then First Lieutenant, and then Captain. Those are the ranks left to us. It's been a long time, though. It's kind of hard to remember. Let's see. Serpent Sergeant First Class, and then next is Chief Serpent Sergeant. Yep, then Lieutenant. So we're currently in the what they call Petty Officer and Soldier, so we're still in the enlisted ranks, but we're going to jump into the Commissioned Officer ranks soon enough. And what's kind of funny is they show you the rank tier list, but you can't go beyond Serpent Captain right now. So there's Commanders, there's Marshals, and then there's Serpent Champion, which sounds very vague, but whatever. Oh, the Grand Company Lives are available down there. Let's go see about it, huh? Oops. Also, come to think of it, we should do our job quests, because we've got a level 35 skill to pick up, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, we got a level 30. Need to get Elusive Jump, and we need to get Doom Spike. And Doom Spike's the more important of the two, but you're gonna get Elusive Jump first anyway. So the way it works for the original jobs is they have to do their quests to get their skills, and up to level 50, it's every 5 levels after level 30. And then after level 50, it's every 2 levels until level 60. And then after level 60, you don't need quests anymore to get stuff. So you can just level up all the way if you wanted to without doing the quests. But except for the level 70 skill. The level 70 skill you have to quest for. But for Dragoon, it's actually a trait, I guess, that you get. But yeah, whatever. Let's go see about doing these Grand Company Levs. Alright. Curse the Adder's Nest for insisting I wear Twin Adder colors in this rhyme-bound purgatory. My legs are frozen, my lips blue, and the second watch is yet to show. If you are here for a lev, be quick about it. I know not how much more of this cold I can take. They offer levies from every Grand Company. When you're doing levies for Grand Company Levs, you want to look at how many seals you're gonna get. Because while I could go do lower level ones and complete them way more quickly, I'd get less seals per lev, and it would be annoying. Also, you can do the other. You don't get any bonus seals for doing the other Grand Company's levies at these type of levies, but the other Order of the Twin Adder one takes 5 minutes to complete, mandatory, and that's something you should watch out for if you don't got a lot of time. There's levies that they have you kill. The goal is to kill one of 3 types of enemies each. So, like, for example, like frogs, antelopes, and sheep, for instance. And you kill one of each, and that will complete the levy. But the more you kill, the better you get. But instead of having a 20-minute time limit to complete the objective,
you have a 5-minute time limit to complete the objective because it's a timed evaluation, and there's no way to end the levy early. So like, if you're just wanting to get done with it, you have to wait out the clock. So I don't like picking those up. So just make sure whenever you read, the levy description, that it says, under information, it says, time limit. If it says 5 minutes, don't pick it up unless you have the 5 minutes to spend and you don't care. I do care because I'm on a timer here. But, anyway, next time we'll start off with. I really want to get that upgrade weapon before I do Titan, so we'll start off with. I guess we'll just start off with. I'll meet you back in GRIDANIA after I've done these levies and pick up that spear upgrade, and then I'll queue for Titan and see what happens. Anyway, if you watched, thanks for watching. We're moseying along here. Have a good day, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.